All right, everybody, welcome back to Crypto Calculators. Today, instead of the quick tutorial, I'm going to be going in a little more in depth about how to open this up, follow the instructions, and I'm going to be doing a step-by-step of how to get to the final product and take a little bit more time instead of a 2-minute video. You know, this is going to be a longer video. We'll go through all of the steps within the calculator and get you to a point where you hopefully understand a little bit more about what's going on. Any other questions, please let me know. Hit me up on the contact page here and shoot me an email, and I'll be able to stay in contact with you, and we'll be able to figure some stuff out together. I'll be able to help you out a little bit more. So, following the steps from before, calculators, there's a little link over here that is for 1.1. This one is a link, this one's a link. I made everything a link. So clicking on this is going to open up my version of the crypto calculator. Because this is my file and I'm in it with my name and I have other people here with me, if I start editing on this, it's going to edit on the original file. So you are going to see something that says view only here. I am going to do the same step that you will also do and go to File and make a copy, and yours will also say copy of the title, and it will be saved into your Google Drive. So you're going to press OK, and then it will come up here. If you open up just a blank Google Sheets tab, and right up here is your Google Apps. This is the quickest way that I know how to get to it. You can do Apps if it's up here as well, or something like that. But Google Drive is a button right here. You can click on that once you're logged into your account, your Google account. And then, so this is the one that I made right now, the copy that I made. Real quick here, you can click on all of the buttons down on the bottom. The Binance is the main calculator that I'm going to be working with today. So I'm going to have the intro off on my other screen over here so I can read through it with you. And I will have this one available for us all to look at here. So, going through the intro, you're going to have to modify it, is the first part of it. You're going to need some spreadsheet knowledge, which I'll make a different video, and I'll have this exact same sheet open, and I'll go through kind of all of this, what this means, what this little bit down here means that's extra, things like that, so you can maybe see how some of this works within the sheet. In the future, we're putting the tutorials up right now, so that's good. We're getting them done at least. Blue over here is going to be things in the spreadsheet itself. Orange is going to be in Binance itself. So a lot of this comes from the Binance homepage here, going down through it. We are going to now kind of maybe step over a couple of these steps. If you're needing to add and subtract, you can go in here and you can right click and you can insert one above or below. You're going to want to keep everything alphabetized. So if I want to put a different one in here, and then I can maybe change the color or reset it, you know, and I can have, let's say, I don't know, what's between L and M? L. That's not even a coin, but you could add something like that. And then make sure that these formulas here are getting brought up, and same with these ones over here will get brought up. When you paste this information in alphabetical order, it'll pull from this column over here. So to go through it real quick again, let's see here. Black rows don't contain any formulas currently. I am having an issue with making this as friendly as possible to you as the consumer that doesn't trust a macro-enabled file. That's why all of this information is pasted in. That's why these blue columns are manually typed in. You can go in there and change it. I'm going to delete this column out of here again, or the row, sorry. But say you bought at the all-time high of Bitcoin at 19,000, and now it's worth 11,000, and you bought all of these at 19,000, and their Bitcoin value isn't at 19,000 anymore, it's at 11,000. And so if you go to sell off now or buy in more Bitcoin, the weighted average for these, for me anyway, because I used them to purchase some of these other ones, is off. It's a little difficult, but if you want to still be able to use them, you can drag it up, and now you have stuff in here. Obviously, that is incorrect for this particular example, but that's where we're at. So going down through here a little bit further, let's see. To get you started, dollar cost average. If you have something that meets kind of this sort of example here, where you bought a lot of the same thing at a lot of different prices, and you're trying to get a weighted average, you're going to want to add up the total amount, which is right here, the sum of 16 to 22. If I click on that, it will actually show me the sum of those. This one is the sum of 16 to 22 above it in the F column instead. And so I will be doing, to get the weighted average of 0.091, 0.092, 0.091, 0.09, 1, just to get it exactly where it was. And there's a 0.094, a couple of those down here. To get it where it was, it's just the total divided by the amount, and that is what the cost per amount is going to be there. And so this tab describes how to do that. You can press the add sheet button down here, you can add another one, and you can go in here and you can paste your data in, and you can do it all on your own if you'd like. So we're going to delete that out. And that is going to give you, for this particular one, is where I typed in this number here in this example. Continuing to go forward, you're going to get this entire column lined up with and matching what your favorites list is on the home page. So just one more time, click in the home page, it will refresh itself. It always refreshes itself. You can see the numbers are changing over here. It's about every 5 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds or so. It updates its own values. So this is always doing. So you can see every Bitcoin traded thing, and as it is updating in real time. You can do the same with Binance Bucks, Ethereum, Tether. But over here, these are all the ones that I have favorited. So if you can favorite from here, LSK. If I click on LSK here, it's going to come over, and I have it now in my list. And if I click it again, it's going to disappear from my list. But I want this to match my column A in my Binance sheet. You can click on any of these to see which is the cheapest. If you want to buy Verge, it's 7 cents Tether comparable, I guess, right now. You can see what's been doing the best or the worst out of your favorites or out of the whole market. So today, LSK is actually the best one currently right now today on the market. Don't buy it at its high. Never do that. That's a bad time to buy it right here. Maybe you want to switch it around and you want to buy Chat, which lost 91% of its value today, probably because it's a brand new coin or something like that. And it's got literally 8 hours worth of trading. So yeah, it started, here. Somebody, attempted to ask it, and it lost value that it never had. So it's gonna level off, and it's gonna be somewhere down around this 38.50 mark for the rest of its life until somebody pumps it up to 40 million or whatever. But that's outside the scope of what we're trying to accomplish today. So we're gonna go back here and click on the favorites, click on pair, which will alphabetize them, or any of the other ones if you want to do your own comparisons. And now I'm going to take this right here, and it's I've tried it from here, from outside the star. I just do it now from inside the star on this first one. I don't know if there's a difference. I don't think that there is, but come down here, and I did right click and copy, and now we're going to go back to the copy of the crypto calculator. I'm going to close this one because this is the full version, or the everybody version. That way I don't get them mixed up. And we're going to come over here, because these are all in order and they match what we were doing before. We're going to right click and go, and not go to paste, but go to paste special and then values only. And it'll drop those exact values that you just copied into their specific cells here. And you can see that it did, and you can see that this kind of flashed over here. And 10.067.01 is where Bitcoin's 10.067 to 79. So yeah, it did update. From when this particular calculator was last updated, I'm going to do press the undo button up here. Before, it was 11.910. And then if I redo, I can click back and forth here, and you can see these changing, a lot of these here. Yes. If you just do paste in here, you're going to have the same problem that version 1.0, the Excel file had, is it pastes it here, but then it kicks everything over. And that's why I had this little arrow drawn here, and I'm going to undo that again. And so I was pasting it here, and then highlighting this and moving it over into the proper column, and then taking the value and dragging it up and making everything work. But version 1.1, I got that bug worked out. I did the Control-Z on the keyboard there. Keyboard shortcuts are a lot easier than going up and clicking a lot of these once you get them figured out. So we've made it this far through everything so far, guys. I appreciate your time and your patience to get to this point here. If you could click on the links to get you to the next section. I want to make sure you get linked to the correct ones, so here they are. The next one is going to be a deeper explanation of the internal formulas, kind of continuing to go through things. If you're done with that one already, go on to 3 of 3, which shows you how to update values when you buy, sell, and I will be going through a couple of the other tabs across the bottom.